Howdy. Good evening. Sorry, I'm getting texted. Christopher Rodell, I need you to do me a favor. Christopher Rodell, I need you to send me your shipping address, please. Evening back at you. Pennsylvania, how you doing? Mark down that I spoke to Chris. Eastern Tennessee. Appalachia. Whereabouts in Eastern Tennessee? First of all, are you more Northern Tennessee or Southern Tennessee on the eastern side? That's a hell of a name. The Pastor's Casket. Pittsburgh. There you go. Now you're talking. Greatest sports city in the United States of America. Pittsburgh. The only city in the whole goddamn country that has adopted a color scheme for every team, no matter who it is. Northern, big South Fork area. Right on. Do you think Iran war will escalate into World War? I don't know. A week ago, I would have said no. Today, I say to you, I have no idea. I have no idea. The Pastor's Casket is our band. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. How do I? Where do I? That's fucking spectacular. How's Renee? She's in her office working. She's tired, crabby, but putting in the hours. The planet holds more than just America. Yes, it does. Would you be okay if Iran somehow took out Trump the way he did their leader? No, because that would mean that some nation out there in the world would have a way of getting to our elected officials, especially at the very top. And I don't want that for any country out there to be able to do what we have been able to do over the years. Do you think the military draft could come back? I think that they could try to bring it back. I don't think it would be very successful. Hello from the banks of the mighty Mississippi, aka the Illinois Quad City. Hello, guys. If you could please tap the fuck out of the screen to blow the live up. And also, if you have an opportunity, there should be an arrow somewhere on your screen. Share the live. Send it to your Facebook page. Send it to your threads. Send it to your Bluesky. Tell people that we're live right now and to come over here. Text it to somebody. Ohio loves me. I highly doubt that. And if it were true, that would be a whole lot of loving. Did you start posting less videos? Elaborate. Yes. No shit. No, I haven't started posting less videos. I think the algorithm is just off. I post the same amount per day. So if you're not seeing my videos, you got to go to the page and watch them and interact them. Then there might not be hitting your For You page. How would people refuse the draft? The same way they did in the 60s, by burning their draft cards and saying, I'm not fucking going. Did Trump recently make some kind of comment about Cuba? He's made several comments about Cuba in recent past, and then Lindsey Graham was on Fox News and said that Cuba is next. The liberation of Cuba is upon us. You can get imprisoned, yeah. Diesel is going through the roof here in California. Same here. It's over $5 a gallon here. It's not. It's not. It's not good. How much diesel is going up? Is there really going to be a draft? Oh, I don't know. I've never been in jail and sure as fuck don't want to be. Amen. As a Puerto Rican, I'm scared because historically the draft comes for us first so they can use us as cannon fodder. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, nobody has instituted a draft, and even if they tried to institute a draft, I think that the pushback would be so tremendous that it would be a non-starter. I think you'd even have Republicans in Congress hearing from their state going, we're not fucking doing this. We don't use our diesel trucks in California in Sacramento. Ours is about 650 gallon. That's a hell of a lot of diesel considering it doesn't cost that much to make. Yeah, we're 3 weeks out of the trucking industry, and you know, oil spiked and then it came back, but it's still very volatile. We'll see. You get a tanker that blows up in the Strait of Hormuz, and we're right back to $130 a barrel for oil. If you have a moment, please press 1 now to get the fuck out of here. Downtown Chicago will probably be a madhouse on Saturday with the parade and dying of the River Green. Yeah, I'm not going to be anywhere near the fucking city of Chicago on Saturday. 9 bazillion people will be in the city for the river dying. Every single metro line going into the city is going to be asshole to elbow at every fucking stop. People are going to be waiting 2 and 3 trains to even get on one. And then once you get into the city of Chicago, the L is going to be fucked. Cabs are going to be at a premium. Are you going to smoke weed tomorrow? I don't know. Is the fucking sun going to come up? Sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound too rude. A draft would be a career ender for the Republicans. It would be a nightmare, an absolute fucking nightmare. And the only people that would ever show up for a fucking draft would be folks in the rural parts of the country that vote red anyway. Go ahead, take them, send them to Iran. Let us know how that works out. We'll be here not doing that. How are my kids doing? Doing okayish. Doing the life thing. All you have to get is really pretty glass, really tall, nice, cool water, put green dye in it, party at home. You don't even need to do that. You can just watch it on the fucking TV if you want to. You're smoking weed right now? Right on. You had birria tacos for... You call it supper? Yeah, okay. Birria tacos. Gotta love some birria tacos. I'll join you. Homemade spirits for your homemade greed. Hey, you know what I mean? If that's what works, that's what works, man. I don't want to be anywhere near it, that downtown shit. It's going to be too crazy. Magnolia, good evening. A local cantina named, what is this, Papi Chulos? Oh, okay, right on. Where's that at, Jacob, if you don't mind me asking? Trump grandchildren, they should go with Trump's. Yes, Jim, that would be some yelling in the background. No, they're not family troubles. The boy was just making some noise. You guys all good? I'm afraid we won't win both chambers of Congress in November. It's probable that we won't. So, B.J. Thomas. It's probable that we won't. It's more likely that we would win the House than we would the Senate. Listen, if we won both of them, it's a blue wave. It's a fucking landslide election. If we just win the House and not the Senate, it's what is expected. If we don't win either, it is a massive setback for the Democrats. Most likely outcome, they take the House, they don't take the Senate. They're able to control his economic agenda. They're able to investigate, impeach if need be, and try and get legislation passed that wouldn't pass the Senate anyway. That might actually help Americans. But yeah, it's probable that we won't win both of them. Yes, I do agree that the United States means more than two parties, but right now that's all we have is two parties. Somebody asked if it was storming here. No, it's not storming here. It was raining all around us, and we got some really bad storms go south of us. What's going on?
I don't know what he was doing, but
Because everybody was talking about your conversation.
because he like 4 times I tried to get his attention.
Okay, so what's going on now?
I don't know what.
Okay, no,
Like,
come on, man.
My bad.
What's going on?
He still couldn't explain to me what he was doing. It was just making a lot of noise, and I saw it on the live, so I was trying to apologize.
Gotcha. Thunder and lightning, but no storms in Palos. It seemed to move south of us. Renee said that Kankakee got hit with a direct hit on a tornado. So whatever that storm surge was about an hour drive south of us. Okay, I don't know if Trump shit himself or not, but Bourbonnais. So you got hit pretty good down there. A month early in Oklahoma. Trump or his pants back. Jesus Christ. And you guys from New York City, by the way? Any New York City in here? Guys, thank you for tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen. I appreciate it. Hey, Tommy boy. Hey, Carpe. Has the agent. What? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. My apologies. Do we have an under 18 person in here? New York City. Okay. So, what are the decent places to eat adjacent to Times Square? Who was the guy in New York City you said you would visit when your family is going to the Bon Jovi concert? I was trying to get a hold of Kuj to see if he was going to be around. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that he didn't shit himself. I'm just saying that I don't know if he did shit himself or if he does shit himself, but I'm more concerned with what he's doing with missiles than he is with his asshole. Cugine. He's an Italian creator from New York City. Nothing around Times Square. The big chains took it over. However, there are a few carts that are there that are good. Adele's on 49th Street. It opens later in the afternoon. World class. Yeah, our hotel's a block off of Times Square. We got to find a couple of spots to eat. It seems like there's about a block away. There's this really nice, pretty cool looking bagel joint for breakfast. And yes, I saw like all the chains are all around there. So like there's the Hard Rock Cafe and all of that shit like that. Oh, I don't know what kind. Just anything. The weed you smoke isn't good. Okay, that'll be your little secret. Got some good diners in Midtown. Okay, we're going to be moving around a bit. There's a lot on the schedule, so I mean, kind of got to like play with the whole eating time things. Those assholes who assaulted children leaving a dance class. If you want to go in for a mariachi band under their window, it may be happening. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. What the hell are you talking about? Assaulted children leaving a dance class. When do you get to visit New York? Early July. We're going in right after the 4th of July. My wife is going to a Bon Jovi concert with our nephew and our daughter. We're going to visit, the, what do you call it? Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island, and we got to find a couple of places to eat. If you want some good pizza, Joe's Pizza Broadway for a regular New York slice. Okay, that's good to know. We're going to see Iron Maiden this September. I am going to be seeing AC/DC in September. Is this my first visit to New York City? No, I also never stayed in a hotel in Times Square. You know what I mean? I was there to see Dead shows and shit. You can visit Trump Tower in New York City. Ooh, that might be some decent content. My oh my. Do I saunter up the Trump Tower while they're in the concert? Yeah. Do we go live from outside Trump Tower the night of the concert? Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Alice Cooper, and Anthrax. Louder Than Life, Night 1. Okay, Iron Maiden, one of the greatest bands ever. In my opinion, the greatest rock bassist ever, Harris. Megadeth, they're okay, in my opinion. Mustaine's an asshole. Alice Cooper's an all-time classic, but he's got to be like 100 billion years old at this point in time. And Anthrax, come on, who doesn't fucking love Anthrax? You're antisocial. Sorry. The people who assaulted dance kids happened in Chicago. Surprised you haven't heard. Yes, I haven't heard. When did this happen? Obstructed view, okay, then listen from outside. What? Obstructed view. Maiden is dope. Maiden is fantastic. Maiden's more than dope. Anthrax rocks. Iron Maiden is my bucket list. See Megadeth. Neil Schon, the guitarist from Journey, very underrated. Black Sabbath, Ozzy in his heyday. What's up, City? How you doing? I got a little into Alice Cooper, but not too much into Alice Cooper. Got way into Iron Maiden, like heavy into Iron Maiden. Dug Anthrax. Halloween. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. See, then you're starting to get into like even heavier thrash and what I call screamo metal, and then it loses me. Alice Cooper, 78. Wow. Damn. And still touring. See, that's just amazing to me. Dakota Building, where John Lennon and Peter Boyle live. Rosemary's Baby was filmed there. Yeah. Iron Maiden are pound for pound the greatest band of all time, in my opinion. It's solid as hell and phenomenal songwriting. Some of the best songwriting ever. No shit. The dude from Green Day is really in his 50. Billy Joe, whatever his name is, 50. Or in his 50s. I didn't think that we were the same age. 53. AC/DC Cheap Trick in the late 70s. Nice. Nice. When I see AC/DC in September, the opening band is going to be My Pretty Something. It's a goth band. The fucking lead singer played Cindy Lou Who in the Grinch movie with Jim Carrey, and she grew up to be a goth singer, and I can't remember the name of the fucking band. That's right. I'm going to watch Cindy Lou Who open up for AC/DC in South Bend, Indiana at Notre Dame Stadium. No, it's not My Chemical Romance. Yes, Pretty Reckless. That's the band. That's who's opening for AC/DC when we see him in September. Love your channel, Tom. Hope you are well. Thank you very much. I can't believe Shannon Elizabeth, who everyone saw in American Pie, is 52. Right? Taylor Momsen, that's her name, yes. Have you ever gone to therapy? Yes. AC/DC is still alive. What the fuck? And kicking. And he's still running around the stage with a long head of white hair, shirt open, still doing all of it. We got a little bit of rain earlier, but that's about it. The originals of AC/DC are dead. I don't know, Angus Young is still there. Still with the schoolboy outfit, yep. Ever been to jail? Yes. Rest in peace, Bon Scott. Yes, indeed. Brian Johnson. It's crazy that he even had that period of time when he wasn't able to sing for the band, and then Axl Rose filled in for him, and then poof, he's back, and they're tearing through tours. They did several dates in Australia and New Zealand, then they did several dates in South America, and now they're here coming to the United States for like a college stadium tour this summer. Could you sing for us, please? That's not happening. Yes, my wife Renee had said that Kankakee had gotten a direct hit on a tornado. I don't know how bad it is yet. This guy is mourning the death of a man that hasn't died yet. You calm down. He's still here. You are very likable. Thank you. It was hair loss issue for Brian Clay Fuller and okay, whatever. Thank you, Trunk. Saw them in 2000 with Slash's Snake Pit opening. Great show. Interesting. There is still no word yet as to who's going to be opening up for Bon Jovi. That's kind of fucked up. Bon Jovi's in July, no opening band yet. AC/DC's in September. We already know who's playing there. The internet just needs more comedy. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Did you know Geddy Lee's name is Gary? His mother's Polish accent sounds like Getty, so he went with it. No, I did not know that. What's the funniest video you've ever watched? Well, that is just hard to say. The funniest video? I mean, shit, I don't know. I don't know. There was a video a while back that had everybody laughing that I think I watched probably 30 fucking times with tears running down my face. And it's of a woman who like gave herself a birthday present, and it was a Chewbacca mask. And every time she opened the mouth, it made a roar. And she put it on, and she was sitting in her car, and she was just fucking dying laughing. Here recently, I did a video about this family, where these two girls bought their aunt wax, and they had it in her nose and on their armpits, and they were like, "Oh, it's the wrong wax," and they were trying to pull it off, and it was unsuccessful at best. And I was dying laughing on that one. But I don't know what the funniest video would ever be. In New Zealand, a woman was harassing a seal by whacking it with seaweed, and I was thinking she can get her fingers ripped off. Hitting a fucking seal with seaweed? What the fuck's going on in Australia? Are you able to take pictures at the Bon Jovi concert? I don't know. I'd imagine so. I see a shit ton of videos coming out on TikTok and YouTube of the concerts that they already did in South America and Australia. So I would imagine so. The wrong wax video is your most viewed video. It's sitting at about 1 million. It's close to, is it at 1 million? And that's not my most viewed. Well, I have a couple of shorts that are like over 2 and 3 million views. But yeah, that might be my most viewed long form video, which is 3 minutes or longer. On TikTok, my most viewed video was 34 million. You're having tacos tonight. Right on. We had tacos last night, pizza tonight. Remember the Bushwhack? Oh, the wrestling duo from Australia, the Bushwhackers? Yeah, they were crazy fuckers. Dude is a millionaire. No, I'm not. Bon Jovi was at his peak in the 80s. Yeah, fair enough. But it ain't the 80s. And he hasn't done a concert since like 22 or 23. So this is his first concert back. Millions of views, unfortunately, don't mean millions of dollars. That is correct. That is correct. Greetings from Dunhausen. Where's that? Living on a Prayer, still one of my greatest. Too late for supper now, somebody says. Yes, John Bon Jovi owns, I think, a couple of restaurants. They're called Soul Kitchen, and it's designed to help people that are struggling, and you pay what you can afford. Dan Housen is a wrestler. Okay. Do you guys listen to newer stuff by the classic bands or just the hits? Like, my new music stopped years ago, and I couldn't get into any of the new shit. Even like the newest rock that was coming out for years and years and years. So like my new music stopped in the 90s, and then recently there has been an upsurge, an uptick in 20-something-year-old bands that are doing the classic rock thing. You know, sometimes bell bottoms, blue jeans, good old fashioned guitar riffs, long hair. It's all coming back. It's all circling back. And I follow several 20-something-year-old bands over on TikTok now that are bringing that shit back, that are fucking jamming. Most of the lyrics from Alice Cooper, I don't think many of them changed sonically after all those years. I never got into Nirvana. No, I hate Nirvana. I fucking hate Nirvana. I hate Nirvana. No. That is not my secret not Justin Bieber. I will say this: I do have a couple of Miley Cyrus songs on my phone. Have you ever been to Africa? No, I have not. But if I ever do get there, I am going to bless the rains. A whole new wave of thrash and speed metal. Go into why you hate Nirvana. I really don't like the music that they made. It seemed very amateurish to me. But more to the point, it was personal for me because Nirvana is the band that I hold responsible for the death of '80s hair metal. I was born in '72. You know, I turned 10 in '82. I became a teenager and went to high school throughout the '80s. So my formidable years, musically speaking, the prominent music of the time was '80s hair metal. Now I had all the classic rock connections from my cousins and all of that got me into all of that stuff. So you're talking to your Pink Floyds and your Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Cheap Trick and Rush and all of that stuff. And then you had the hair metal that was going on at the time. And the '80s scene, when I was a teenager, was all about having a good time. It was all about getting laid and getting drunk and rocking and partying and everybody having a good time. And then, I am in transitioning from teen into early 20s, and in comes this band with this video, Smells Like Teen Spirit, that just transforms music overnight. Everybody's looking for the next grunge band. Nobody wants to talk about hair metal, and everything got really, really dark. And now all of the music was angry and dark and bitter. And I was like, God damn, man, you guys are in the prime of your life, and this is what you're listening to? I hated it. I hated it. So, yeah, Nirvana, my hatred of Nirvana is personal. Nothing wrong with music that's basic, but Cobain was a below average player. It was just like to me, Nirvana was like a garage band that sort of had it together, and the lead singer just kind of screamed into the microphone, and not for me, not for me. You have two more Nirvana T-shirts to give to my big. Listen, I'm not saying that I didn't like grunge, right? So I listened to obviously Pearl Jam and Stone Temple Pilots and Soundgarden and Alice in Chains. There was a ton of good music coming out of that scene. Nirvana, I really just disliked. I disliked them a lot. I don't think that they were musically that gifted. Now, the drummer who went on to go obviously do his own thing. I'm sorry, his name just slipped me. He's a very talented young man. Don't get me wrong, but Kurt Cobain was just okay. Is there any band you'd say, Dave Grohl? Yeah, sorry. Is there any band you'd say is hot garbage? Well, I'm sure that there are several bands I would say is hot garbage. Have you seen The Magic Trip? I have not. I think Kurt would agree with you, actually. Actually, he probably would. And that would have been an endearing quality of his. Limp Bizkit, not a fan. And I think you're talking about ones that you might not like. Yeah, same. Creed, not a fan. I don't mind Nickelback. Nickelback I don't think is a bad band. I think they give him way too much shit. Do I like Aerosmith? I do like Aerosmith. Yeah. Yeah, naming garbage bands. That's what I assumed you were doing, naming garbage bands. I'm trying to think of like Nelson. Nelson was a garbage band. Don't be ripping on ZZ Top now. Don't be. I will not fucking tolerate. I will turn this live around. There was a band named Garbage, and they fucking rocked. It's about the further bus trip from Oregon to New York City. Oh, interesting. Nice. Corn. Not, you see, Corn, Limp Bizkit, Insane Clown Posse. Never a fan of like any of that scene. Linkin Park. I don't, like, I kind of lump all of that together and I don't really care for it. Love Creedence Clearwater, obviously. Winger. Like, they had one hit and it was a creepy hit. And other than that, Winger was just like, and the one hit, like I said, I don't know how old Kip Winger was when they made that song 17. I think he might have been in his fucking 30s, and it was She's Only 17. Dude. Dude. What would you do if you found out your reality was a simulation? I think that's what you're trying to say, simulation. You said simulation. I have no fucking idea what I would do if I found out that my reality was a simulation. The Spice Girls. See, another band that, like, oh my God. Theory of a Third Eye. Wow. Okay. What would I do for a Klondike bar? I mean, not a ton. They're okay. They're not, I'm not going to be like going out of my way. I'm not going to help you move on a hot July Saturday afternoon with no air conditioning just because there's going to be a Klondike bar in it. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I can just go buy some other ice cream. Canine. You hear that? The ambulances or emergency vehicles? Ooh, the Stray Cats rocked, man. Hell yeah, the Stray Cats were badass. Barbra Streisand's Jingle Bells? Yeah. Why is Ted Nugent bad? Ted Nugent's bad because of his politics. He actually was a pretty good guitar player. What is this? Do you think just because something is illegal, it's okay? Or is legal, it's okay? It's a case by case basis for me. It depends on what the something is, Yeah, Ted Nugent was an absolute fucking asshole when it came to the whole. Oh, he was such a fucking creep. Do you think Princess Diana was murdered? I think there's a strong probability that she was. Bluebell butter pecan ice cream all day. Bluebell, sad that Gwen Stefani, right? Gwen Stefani went MAGA. Gwen fucking Stefani. I mean, come on, man. I dig on the Cranberries, yeah. Don't know a ton of their stuff, but I'm not a fan of his music either. His only good song was written by mostly played by the guys from Styx and Night Ranger. Just because something is illegal, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It goes both ways, somebody wrote. Remember the band Jackal? Yeah, fuck, do I remember the band Jackal? Hell yeah. Dirty Little Mind. Lumberjack. Yeah. They were outside the norm. They still play places around here like Kankakee and shit like that. High enough. There's a band. You want to check out a weird ass band? They're from the 80s, but they were, I believe, towards the tail end of that 80s scene, maybe even the early 90s scene where hair metal was still trying to hang on. And they were a hair metal band, but they were trying to play off as like a rebranded 60s hippie band. They're called Enough's Enough. Go check that out. Zoe Deschanel and Katy Perry do look identical to one another. Yes, one would mistake them for sisters no matter where they went. Did your son win his bowling match yesterday? Big fella. Hope you had a good time. I don't think he played a bowling match yesterday. Firehouse, come around. Firehouse. That was one of those like no, not Fire. Was Firehouse a band? Why am I thinking Slaughter? Firehouse? Thank you, First Real American. LA Guns was another one of those bands. Yeah, he bowled yesterday, but he wasn't in a tournament. He was just, they were for the school. Summer haircut? No, regular haircut. Always haircut. Do you support Pritzker? Generally, yes. If the Trump baby story is true, I can't even imagine. Can we not? About the fucking baby story, we'll get the goddamn live taken down. Teens can only date teens. Grown adult men dating a teen is not normal, even if they are 18. Yep. How's Maggie's pregnancy going? I believe fairly well. She's keeping us updated with the doctor's reports. She lives a couple hours away, so we can't see her on a regular basis. I'm pretty goddamn confident she's fucking done being pregnant. Or wants to be done being pregnant. She has a couple of months to go. Only 30 and can't imagine dating a teen. Yeah, it's crazy. People seem to think it's okay. The law is their moral compass, right? And they say my people are the ones hurting kids. Who would be your people? A band called Fishbone. Open for the Beastie Boys. Yeah, I've heard of Fishbone. I'm not too familiar with their work. And I love the Beastie Boys. I got them on the wall here. King's X, another band that I never really got into. Heard a few of their songs, was like, not my jam. What about the famous rock band from the 1980s in Texas called the Butthole Surfers? I actually saw the Butthole Surfers at the Vic Theater in Chicago way back in the day. Not a fan. Not a fan. Sebastian Bach is singing for Twisted Sister. Did they have a falling out with D? Darren Bailey for Illinois governor. Yeah, he's running for Illinois governor. I'll never vote for that piece of shit. If you could isolate all of the Trumpers in one state, what state would it be? Ohio. How old are you? 53. I will be 54 in May. I first saw your live yesterday. I was thoroughly on board with much of your musings, and I subscribed. Glad to see you back on live again. I go live like this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. It is just me interacting with the people in the comment section. My wife Renee and I go live on Saturdays when we don't have something else that's gonna fuck with that schedule. And I do try to go live on Monday nights with a guest. Last night, my live with the guest had to cancel due to scheduling conflict. Yes, that is correct. Frank Zappa's daughter is named Moon Unit, and his son is named Dweezil. Dweezil and Moon Unit Zappa. Quar? Quar? No, I have never heard of Quar. Grand Funk Railroad. Yes, anyone for president would be an upgrade. That is correct. Grand Funk Railroad, good classic rock band. Okay, you say that I'm almost 2 years older than you. Question: why do you put a period after every single word? Are you a liberal? Yes, I am. Oh, Guar? Yes, fucking love Guar. Hell yeah. Scumdogs of the Universe? Hell yeah. Box of Frogs? Never heard of them. Steely Dan was a phenomenal studio band, but never really did anything with touring. Flock of Seagulls. Yeah, it's been like what, 50 years since they ran? And I ran so far away. Switchfoot? No. Favorite vocalist? I don't know that you could pinpoint one favorite vocalist because there are different vocalists from different types of sounds. When it comes to like 80s hair metal, I always thought that David Lee Roth was the quintessential frontman. But then when you think about classic rock bands, you start looking for a different kind of sound, and when you start looking for metal bands, you're looking for an even different kind of sound. Like when you're talking about metal, I love Halford's voice. I love Bruce's voice from Iron Maiden. When you're talking about classic rock bands, then you want to get into a different type of sound. I love the sounds that were coming out of like Heart, Fleetwood Mac, Linda Ronstadt. They had phenomenal voices. Tears for Fears, great 80s group. Great 80s group. Didn't answer my question. Have you ever watched any PragerU videos on YouTube? I do. It's a challenge. Very far right leaning. I don't watch PragerU videos, but way, way back, and I'm talking 20, 25 years ago, when I was driving around and doing project management, I would listen to a shit ton of political radio. And I would listen to the right wingers. I had listened to Prager on the radio back then on a regular basis. And yeah, he's fucking crazy. Like, and he comes off as somebody that's very straight laced and narrow minded or open minded and down the middle, but he's not. When you dig into it, he's really not. He's nuttier than a squirrel turd. What do you think of the 2016 Killer Clown? What? Huh? You talking about when everybody was going around putting like fucking red balloons on the sewage vents? Hang on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I was the news flashes are coming in from election results. Yeah, the killer clown stuff was just weird as shit. Yeah, Mick Foley is a liberal. Mick Foley does not like the shit that the WWE was doing. Oklahoma is not the only state trying to bring PragerU to public classrooms. There are several red states that are trying to integrate Prager University classes with public schools in their state. It frightening what they're trying to do. I don't know where I was when the OJ verdict came down. It's a good question. Did I even watch that live? I don't, or did I hear about it on the news or read about it in a paper somewhere? Or maybe even on the radio. Do I think OJ did it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I absolutely think OJ did it. Mark Wayne Mullen running the Department of Homeland Security will be a a doozy of a pickle of a shitstorm is what it's going to end up being. John Oliver's monologue on USAID. It's on YouTube. It's a tough watch. Interesting. Thank you very much for that. Bro, the gloves were literally on his hands if it was a kangaroo court. I don't are you saying he did it or are you saying that they were trying to frame him? Do you think Nick Fuentes believes what he says? God, that's a good question. Some of it, yeah, but not all of it. I explained how impossible Noah's Ark is. Impossible because, hang on, the predators would kill everything on the food. Yeah. So when you have that conversation with people and you say, well, listen, how do you keep the lion from eating the fucking possum? Right? They always come back with, because God spoke to those animals. Just the same way that God got them there. When you go, well, how did fucking penguins arrive? God got them there. So God got all the animals there. God got them all on the boat. God made the family build the boat. And God got everybody to behave and cohabitate. Okay. Give the lion a better prey. Well, I mean, it seems to me that he would have his choice of prey across the entire boat. I was at work in Fort Collins, Colorado when the OJ verdict was read. What in the blue hell is going on? It's a good question. I often don't know what the hell is going on. Have you studied the... No, I have not. Yes, they always drew two male lions. That is correct. They always drew two lions when they did the animation version for the books. It was always two lions that had the full mane. I remember seeing news footage of OJ's chase. Adam and Eve have belly buttons, by the way. Go figure. Maybe they had an umbilical with God. Who are you? You don't know. Who are you to judge those first two human beings? I mean, it's totally plausible for two human beings to be created out of thin air, placed in the jungle, butt ass naked, without sunscreen, and then they fucked, and now we got people. And if I could continue to paraphrase Jim Jeffries, and we got brown people, and we got Asian people, and we got black people, and we got white people, and for the amount of inbreeding, very few people showing the signs of it. Yes, the Ark Museum in exhibit in Kentucky, hilariously at one point in time flooded. Yes, the talking snake and the apple. I mean, why not? Is there any hope for the midterms turning Donald J. Trump into a lame duck for the rest of his term and actually preventing some of these atrocities from happening? Yes. Yes. You are 8 months away from being able to make that a reality. Where were you when you heard about 9/11? Barrington Hills, Illinois. I was landscaping. I was supervising for a company out up in the Barrington area, and we were doing landscape work at the Barrington Hills Fire Department when I heard about it over the radio. Oh, the animal waste on Noah's Ark. Yeah, not possible. Geometry class, senior year. That's where you were. How did I feel when I heard the news? Like that's weird. And then I went to the boss's house where the other project manager was already there, and they were watching everything else unfold live on TV. And that's when it was becoming clear that it was an attack, and it was like, oh, that's not good. Where was I when John Lennon was killed? Probably at home. I was 8. 9/11 and Newton shooting. I'll never forget where I was when I found out. So I was a kid when the Challenger exploded. I remember, hearing on the radio and then going and seeing the aftermath of 9/11. I remember seeing the OJ stuff at some point in time, like in the news or something. I saw like clips of it and stuff. The biggest one I can remember early on was the Tylenol scare, the cyanide shit with Tylenol, because it was especially fresh because it was a Chicagoland thing. When that happened, it happened in the Chicagoland area. So I remember the Tylenol thing. I remember the John Wayne Gacy thing. Um, Severe thunderstorm warning until 9 p.m. for Grundy County. I don't recall when John Denver died. I don't recall where I was when I heard Princess Diana. I do not remember the Son of Sam. I don't remember that. I was alive for it, but I don't remember it. I have no idea who was behind the Tylenol scare. That was still really fucking weird. Didn't they catch somebody? Okay, so Elvis, I remember the passing of Elvis. And the reason why I remember the passing of Elvis is because my mother was a huge, huge, huge Elvis fan and listened to Elvis all the time. And there was Elvis memorabilia in the house. And she was just absolutely destroyed when when Elvis died. I do remember hearing the news that Reagan got shot. You got your first passport on 9/11/91. It expired on 9/10/01. Shit. Elvis has left the building. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. What did you think about what? Oh, Reagan being shot? I remember thinking the same thing probably most other people did. Did they really try to shoot the fucking president? But I was young. Youngish. take. Elvis is a bit overrated. Hey now. Hey. There's no reason to be like that. There's no reason to get all nasty and mean and vile and say hateful shit. No, I wasn't pro-Reagan being shot. Good God, no. I'm not pro anybody being shot necessarily. I just want people to not do stupid fucking shit. Ain't nothing but a hound dog, I'm trying to tell you. I need some sleep. Why? Because I got bags under my eyes. I've had bags under my eyes since the 90s. Elvis didn't die. He went home, says the Men in Black fan. To be clear, I'm joking. Right on. You were born in 83. Okay. Good evening back at you. 5287. Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. Holy shit. I haven't heard that name in a hot minute. One of my high school teachers was an Elvis super fan. Elvis merch all over the desk. Yep. They were Elvis fans and Beatles fans. They were very devoted. Do you want to live to 100? Depends on my physical shape. Do I want to be like all and fucked up and not able to do anything at 100? No. I don't remember Reagan at all. Bush 41 is the first president I remember. The first president I remember was Jimmy Carter. Now, I was born at the tail end of the Nixon administration and was a toddler when Ford was president. But then I remember, or a young boy, I remember Jimmy Carter. I remember there being a little package of peanuts that was shipped, that was mailed to every home in America when Jimmy Carter was running for re-election. And I remember getting the little peanuts and hearing my family talking about Jimmy Carter and all of that stuff. But yeah, I remember Jimmy Carter. There is, yes, 100 with health. Yes, there is an Elvis Impersonator Festival that happens every summer just north of where I live. Where do you live? I mean, ballpark. You don't have to be too specific, obviously. Tom, if you live to be 100, I guarantee zombie Mitch McConnell will still be in the Senate. Right? That'll be my fucking luck. I'll live to 100 and still not outlive that piece of shit. Yeah, so I was born at the tail end of Nixon, and then we'll wrap this up here because I'm going to go put my feet up. I was born at the tail end of Nixon, so I was alive for a little bit of the Nixon presidency because Nixon didn't resign until 74. I was born in 72. So I was born at the tail end of Nixon. I lived through Nixon, Ford, Carter. Reagan was the first president I remember big time being all over the TV and everything. And then from Reagan, we had Poppy Bush, Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, and now we're right back into round 2 of Der Muskführer. So, you guys, thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Tell everybody that you can about the channel. Get everybody to come watch it. And I'm going to go put my feet up. All right?